on BBC1, straight after Doctors.
Done with that. Got a pile downstairs.
I wouldn't give up the day job, Mum.
Look who's talking. Let's hope you play better than you iron.
Just think, eh? If we get a contract, get someone to do that for us.
You dare. We can look after ourselves. We've had to. Hey, you know whatever happens, whether you win this tournament, whether Leatherbridge offer you terms, you can always bring your iron into me.
Cheers, Mum.
Good luck today.
Did you ring Dad?
He didn't answer. I left another message.
Oh, bet he had a gig or something. It's probably him now.
It'll be Steve. I know he's not late.
Oh, yeah. We'll just make sure he doesn't eat all my biscuits this time.
Ro's just packing his kit. Like some tea?
Yeah, that'll be lovely. Made some space on the minibus for you, if you can still come, that is.
Thanks, but the supermarket swapped my shifts. I'll have to make my own way over.
Well, Ron, I'd like to see you there.
I think he wants his dad more.
Well, whoever said teenage boys know best, eh?
Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad, it's me. Are you coming up from London today? It's just that, well, I'm playing sevens in Northampton and some scouts are coming. And, Mum's gonna be there later, so you two could talk, yeah? See you later, Dad.
Like a biscuit?
I got a few days off next week, you know. I could fix this for you if you like.
Thanks, but I can do it.
Well, you haven't have to already. Rowan is going to have to know sometime.
Not yet.
Look, neither of you need to live like this.
Vivian, is there any reason you booked my next patient in for a double?
Thought that was the appropriate thing to do for a complimentary medicine consult.
Yes, it's perfect. Oh, I didn't realise. Make a nice change, get my lotions and potions out.
Well, that should impress Miss Teague, after Dr. Fenton sweated blood over her.
Well, she's perfectly entitled to look for help elsewhere.
Or flirt with the alternatives.
I don't know, Vivian. Flirting can be fun. You want to try it sometime.
Mum?
Morning, Rowan. You feeling up for it?
Well, you know me, Mr. H.
What is it, love?
Will you check later if Dad's called?
Of course I will, but don't get your hopes up, eh?
Today's gonna be different.
Well, let Steve finish his tea.
Well, if your dad doesn't show up, maybe we could go out for a pizza later, eh? Might have something to celebrate.
Sounds great. Make a change to go out.
Thanks. Come and decide later.
Yeah, of course. Mind you, Leatherbridge pick you up in a couple of weeks. Go somewhere really fancy then as well, eh?
Cool. Look forward to it.
Right. Best be off. Thanks, Linda.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's my knee.
Maybe you should sit down.
No, don't take all the weight off. It'll swell up.
Has it felt like this before?
I was kind of stiff this morning, but I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah? Did you hit it pop or snap or something?
Can't believe it. Not today.
Don't worry, love.
Just try and stand on it.
It's going to be okay. Shall we put some frozen peas on?
That's not going to help, is it, Mum? I can't believe I'm going to miss the game.
No, there's a few hours yet. I'll hold the minibus back now. See if I can get you in with the doctors.
What's the chance of me getting an appointment today? I mean, they're only going to tell me to come back in a couple of days, right?
Yeah, well, we've got to get you there somehow, haven't we? This tournament's your big chance.
Don't worry, love. We'll do whatever it takes to make sure you're okay.
So, how long have you been experiencing painful periods?
They've always been heavy, but in the last 3 years, the pain's become unbearable. At home, I use a hot water bottle to ease the cramps, but I can hardly do that at work.
I see that Dr. Fenton has tried you on several different contraceptive pills.
They didn't help. Plus, I put weight on. And when you're feeling awful, that's the last thing you need, isn't it? I mean, I know it's not Dr. Fenton's fault. He's tried everything over the last 8 months. But it's got so bad that I snapped at him yesterday. I didn't mean to. I just felt so irritable and frustrated. I just don't want to feel like that anymore.
No, I understand it can be a vicious circle. Have you thought about, maybe changing your habits or trying exercise?
I'm sorry, but I hate going to the gym.
Well, there are other ways to get fit.
Well, Doctor, the way I feel, sometimes I don't want to leave the house. If it's not PMS, then it's cramps.
Sure, I understand.
It's just I want to get out, meet people, even go on a date or two.
Show the boys what they're missing.
If I'm lucky.
If they're lucky, you mean? So what do you know about homeopathy?
Next to nothing.
OK, do you want me to take a few moments just to explain?
Earth calling Jimmy. Come in, Jimmy.
Yeah, me.
You okay?
Yeah, fine.
Optimistic diagnosis. Do you want to hear about my night? Have you ever seen the film Ghost?
Yeah, but could we talk later?
I am ravenous. Can I please just pinch one bite?
Reckon I could stretch to a whole slice?
You are an angel. Why would anyone want to miss the most important meal of the day?
Oh, I can think of a pretty good reason. I might even miss my dinner for it too.
Dr. West, Mrs. Bamford called to say that her husband had been taken to St. Philomena's last night. Oh, and I've added another patient to your list. He's here now.
Thanks, Viv. Efficient as ever.
And it's Vivian, Dr. West. Vivian. Rowan, this is Dr. West.
Rowan Jameson, outside centre, Bromfield's under 16s. I'm Nick West. Play for the Vets occasionally. I saw you score a try from your own 22 a few months ago. Feel like watching Gus got in his prime.
Thanks.
It's all right, I'm not going to ask you for your autograph. Do you want to come through?
Actually, is that all right if you use the toilet?
Yes, just down there.
Cheers.
Gonna be all right?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Come through.
Yeah.
OK, I would suggest that you take Colocynth to relieve the cramps and Sepia for the PMS. It'll also help relieve the heaviness in your legs and your irritability.
If you don't mind me asking, where do these things come from?
Well, Colocynth is a plant from the gourd, actually, and Sepia is squid ink. That's quite a balance, really. You've got one remedy from the plant kingdom and the other one from the animals.
Sorry, it came from a squid. I don't know if I can take that.
Miriam, is highly diluted and it comes in pill form. I mean, there's possibly only 1 part sepia to 50 parts of the diluting liquid. You'd probably find more fish in your Worcester sauce.
Come on, Dad, pick up the phone. Look, I really need to speak to you, all right? Please, just come today.
He must be gutted. All his hard work and this happens.
Well, these strains, they come and go. Don't assume he's going to be out for long.
Yeah, but if he's not signed today, he probably won't be signed for the academy in September.
You're the first coach I've ever known who wants to lose his best player.
He deserves it. He's had it tough, His mum's separated from her husband 18 months ago, and he's been a diamond. He's just got his head down. He's got on with it. In fact, his game's got better. He plays like he's possessed.
Must help, Rowan, having you around. Looking out for him.
I just pick him up, drop him off. It's not much, really. In fact, I'm the lucky one.
Really?
I got divorced. I didn't know what to do with myself when I was off duty, so I got into coaching, and it's been great. I keep a bunch of lads off the streets, and they become like a family to me. And Rowan, he's...
Come in.
Hey, you okay? You won't mind me telling you that, well, he's like a son to me, and if he makes it, I'll be over the moon.
Come in, kid. Pop up there. Is it right, Steve stays?
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Dr. Woodson. You've been so helpful.
Oh, you're welcome. It's what I'm here for.
Will she be returning for next week's faith healing? Or perhaps you could arrange a rebirthing ceremony for Miss Teague. Surely that would cure all ills.
Could I just have a quick word with you in the staff room, please? Perhaps you would like to tell me what your problem is?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
I'm not running some sort of cult here, Vivian. Faith healing, rebirthing. Have you any idea what complementary medicine is?
Well, I know that faith healing has as much scientific evidence to support it as complementary medicine does.
You're living in the dark ages. There are over 200 scientific studies proving that homeopathy is not a placebo response. Have you even looked at a medical journal since you stopped being a nurse?
I don't have to respond to that.
OK, well, respond to this. It was grossly unprofessional mocking a patient's treatment, particularly when Miss Teague is unhappy with her current medication.
I am not a trainee to be bullied.
Don't even start with that. If this happens again, I will be taking the matter to the partners, and we will be discussing how you're doing.
If that's the way you feel, you'd best act on it.
Well, thank you, Vivian, but I wasn't asking for your approval.
Very well. Are you finished?
Yes.
How's that?
Doesn't feel right.
Can you be more specific? Is the pain either side of the neuron or the front?
The front, yeah, definitely the front.
And now?
It's not as bad. I think it's like under the kneecap or something.
Does the pain decrease when I straighten the knee?
Yeah. But I know that I can't put any weight on it.
You know, he has grown about 4 inches this year. Don't know if it could be growing pains.
If it were, Rowan would have been experiencing symptoms far longer. It's not Osgood Schletter's either. The pain you're feeling could be runner's knee, patellar tendonitis, or something else entirely. And it may pass and not trouble you anymore.
Look, if it didn't hurt, I wouldn't be bothering you.
I've seen you play, son. I don't doubt you.
We know you're gutted, but there'll be other chances next year. We'll get you fit again, all right? However long it takes.
Look, I've got a mate over at St Phil's. You know, maybe he can pull some strings and get you into a scan sharpish.
You sure?
Yeah. Your autograph might be worth you, Bob, one day.
Right, I'll call the club. Let's let that minibus go.
Slip your buttons, huh? What is it?
I just feel that other people need a scan more than I do.
What's going on, Ron?
It's nothing. Like you say, could just pass.
What athlete wouldn't want to be fit? You can talk to me. Is it something to do with him?
No. It's not just him, really. It's my mum as well. I left my dad a message, packed my kit, and I was ready to go, really up for it, you know? And then I come downstairs, and I see him there. You know, they were so busy kissing each other, they didn't even realise I was there.
And you had no idea about this?
No. I mean, my dad, right? He could come back from London any time. What would he think if he found them going out?
Aren't your parents separated?
Ah, Steve been talking. I can imagine he's happy about that, right?
No, far from it. He knows how much this has hurt you.
Yeah, right. He's been using me all this time just to see my mum.
So is this why you got the injury? To stop Steve seeing your mum? Have you not thought that there are other ways of dealing with this situation?
I shouldn't have to deal with this situation. What my mum and Steve are doing is out of order. Otherwise, why is she lying to me?
Maybe they didn't want to hurt you.
Yeah, well, it's too late for that.
Come in. Ah, George, you've saved me from this report. What can I do for you?
I just want to let you know I'm treating Miriam Teague.
Ah, Miriam.
I know you've been treating her for a while now, and I didn't want to tread on your toes. No, it's just that, well, if I had been treating her conventionally, I would have prescribed exactly what you have.
Well, you don't need to explain yourself.
Well, I'm not. Sorry. It's not you, it's Vivian. She thinks I'm going to put leeches on the patients. Yes, I wish it was funny, but she has just acted in a seriously unprofessional manner. She just said that homeopathy is on a par with blooming face healing, and in front of patients.
Is there something you'd like me to say to her?
No. I don't even know why I'm talking to you about it, because you agree with her.
Well, perhaps, but the crucial difference is that I wouldn't air my opinions in public.
No. Well, maybe that's better than nothing. Anyway, I didn't come in to snitch on that old dinosaur. I came in here to clear the air over Miriam.
Well, it's okay. I can imagine how Vivian could get under your skin.
Like a nasty infection. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I'll let you get on with your report.
I think you should talk to your mum. Be honest about the injury. Aren't you avoiding the truth like your mum and Steve?
You can't compare it.
No, you're right, because you're damaging your prospects.
It's not my future that I'm concerned about.
If you don't make the most of your gifts, you're punishing yourself and everyone who cares about you.
I'm not punishing anyone, all right? I just want my family back.
If you play today, you'll achieve the same as you would by not playing. Look, think about it. If Leatherbridge give you a contract, then you won't have to be coached by Steve anymore. Then you can sit them both down, talk to them, won't affect your rugby. Come on, this tournament is a great opportunity for a player like you.
Do you think I would have spent any time with that man today?
You did before. Look, and you know how much he cares about you.
Whatever.
If Steve asks me about the injury, I won't lie to him.
Look, do what you want, mate. I ain't explaining myself to him. I ain't playing simple.
Rowan. What's happening? Is his leg all right?
I think it always was. You should talk to him.
What's going on? Rowan!
I don't have to tell you anything. Nobody tells me what's happening.
We came here because of you, nothing else. Now, you seem to be OK. What am I going to tell your mum about this?
Lie! You two are good at that. Is that what you do every time you pick me up for training?
You saw us, then?
How long's it been going on?
We wanted to tell you.
There's nothing to tell me, except that you two ain't doing it again.
Well, that's not a decision for you to make. That's between me and your mum.
You ain't seen her again. We don't need you. We don't need no coaching. We don't need no pizza. Nothing.
Rowan, be reasonable.
My mum and dad argue, but they love each other. That just ain't gonna end.
Well, isn't that for your mum and dad to decide? Now, look, come on, eh? We'll talk about it in the car. If you don't take your chances, you'll regret it. Come on, play! If not for me, for you.
You know, I thought if I could make pro, Dad would come back. But everything I've been doing has just made it more easier for you to go sniffing round Mum. All this bringing me to the doctors, acting like you really care, it's just rubbish.
How many times have you called your dad? How often has he come and seen you play, eh? I'm not saying that your dad doesn't love you. Yeah, maybe he's got something on his mind. You ever thought of that?
But he's going to come up today for sure.
Really? Yeah, that's certain.
He loves us. And playing rugby isn't the only way I'm going to bring him back.
Then what is?
I know a way.
Run!
What do you mean, not an accident?
Rowan stepped out in front of the car on purpose.
Never. No way.
He saw us this morning.
He told me.
What have I done?
It's not your fault, Linda. I should have grabbed him, done something.
Rowan put himself in harm's way. The important thing is, his son's going to be OK. It's a clean break, it's well aligned, that's why they put it in the cast.
What was he thinking? I mean, Rowan's always been so positive. He's never done anything silly to get my attention.
It's never needed to, Linda. You're a great mum.
Then why do this?
To bring Tony back. He doesn't want me around.
But I do, and you're not to blame.
No, but I know if we just told him right at the beginning...
Would it have made any difference?
Well, he might have taken his chance to play. I could have got him another coach to look after him.
I suppose it might have made him happier about us.
Probably not. Rome won't accept me. And it's as simple as that.
He's a kid. It shouldn't be his decision who I see.
Well, I wish I could agree with you, but you weren't there when he stepped out. I need to go out, get some air. You better call his dad.
Oh, careful one.
Sure.
I had a conversation with Dr. Woodson earlier.
I know. She mentioned it.
She is entitled to her side of the story. I was just hoping it wouldn't affect the partner's decision about my trial period.
Let's just say there are always debates to be had about the effectiveness of complementary and alternative medicines. But the thing is to keep that debate amongst ourselves and not place it in front of our patients.
I suppose I was a bit keen. But I'm sure Miss Teague will be back to see you shortly.
Quite possibly. In the meantime, perhaps you should make your peace with George.
You mean apologise?
Vivian, you said yourself you're on probation.
But I am entitled to my opinions, though.
Of course you are, but it's how, when and where you express that opinion that matters. And then I'm sure when you've made your peace, everything will blow over very quickly. Thanks for the tea.
Hey. Guess I messed myself up properly, eh?
You could say that. But judging by the X-rays, the registrar reckons you could be playing in 5-6 months.
Who says I want to play again?
You've already hurt yourself enough, love. Don't waste your talent. Everyone would hate to see that.
Whatever. I ain't playing for him anymore.
OK, but don't blame Steve for this. He wanted to tell you. I was the one against it.
He thinks it's a real shame.
Hey, give him a break. He's really worried about you.
If I got hurt worse, he'd have one more to himself.
Don't you have any shame?
I ain't the one who's hiding anything.
You scare us all to death and then you think you have the right to tell me and Steve how to live. You've got a lot of growing up to do, Sam.
Yeah? I need my dad for that.
Tony isn't coming, love. When he realised you weren't at death's door... Well, he just got a gig. And going on tour for 2 weeks is apparently more important.
You're lying.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Look here. I bet you lied about what's happened to me as well, eh?
Hey, that's enough. OK, you might think your mother and Steve are at fault, but what they've done doesn't compare with how you behave today. Your mother's right. You're selfish. Maybe something special out on a rugby pitch. Let me tell you something. You keep pushing away everyone who cares about you, you're going to end up one lonely person. Good luck.
So, lunch as well, eh? Must be keen.
I know, we both are. It's like we're making up for lost time. Oh, Julia, I have to keep pinching myself. He is so gorgeous.
Well, he must be good for you. I've noticed you are glowing again.
Oh, I'm glad someone noticed. Talking of which, you're looking pretty glowy yourself.
Okay.
That's a nice colour. Must knock 'em dead.
Works on some.
Julia?
Are you all happy?
Why?
My dad's not coming.
Rowan.
It's okay, Linda. I'm sorry to hear that. Really.
It's no surprise.
Well, you shouldn't say that. You never know, he might turn up.
You okay?
There's something I need to say. I really wish this could work out for you and me. You don't know how much, but... I know it's not fair on Rowan, but...
Are you saying you don't want to see me?
No, it's not like that, but I never wanted to come between you two.
What about me? Don't I count?
I love you, Linda. You know I do, but... I also know how important it is. How important you two are to each other. You know, one day, you could be sitting, watching him play on TV. You feel so proud. Now, if I stick around, Linda, When I'm with you, I feel great. But Rowan's got something special. And who knows what he could do, eh? It's easier for me to make this choice than you.
Don't go. Please, Steve. Stop my mum from crying.
No, it's best if I go. There's no point in dragging this out.
Look, I'm not asking you to drag it out. I'm asking you to stay. For good.
You've got to mean it, Rowan. It isn't fair otherwise.
I do. You made my mum happy. What more can I say, eh?
Yeah. Look, I want to make you happy too. No, I know I'm never going to take the place of your dad. I'd never try, but that doesn't stop me caring for you. We got a deal.
How about I take us out for pizza then after this? Oh, my ribs.
Dr. Woodson, could I have a moment?
You'll have to wait. Got a patient soon.
Please.
Vivian, a lot was said earlier. I think we both know where you stand.
I wanted to apologise. It was unprofessional of me.
Well, thank you, Vivian. I'm glad you realise that the patient's care has to come first, no matter what form it takes. It's very hard for me to offer complementary and alternative medicines if my colleagues are being disparaging about them.
Of course, you were only trying to help. And you were right. Miss Teague must come first. After all, the woman is desperate. She's looking for something to believe in. Even a rabbit's foot would help, I imagine.
After Jack's affair with his father, Joseph is determined to save his parents' marriage in Holby City tonight at 8. But next this afternoon on BBC1, the carnival's in town, and so is a murderer. The one to watch tonight
is obviously